Deuteronomy 4. And now, Israel, listen carefully to these decrees and regulations that I am about to teach you. Obey them, and that you may live, and so may enter and occupy the land of the Lord God of your ancestors is giving you. Do not add and subtract from these commands that I am giving you. Just obey the commands of the Lord your God that I am giving you. You saw for yourself what the Lord did to your Baal before your God destroyed everything, and you worshipped Baal, the god of Peor. But who were you faithful to? The Lord your God is still alive today. Every one of you. Look, I teach you these decrees and regulations just as the Lord God commanded me, so that you may obey them. The land you are about to enter and occupy, obey them completely, and you will display your wisdom and intelligence among the surrounding nations. When they hear the decrees, they will exclaim, how wise and prudent the people of this nation. For what great nation is the God near them to the Lord God, is near whatever he may call him? And what great nation has he decreed his regulations as righteousness and the fair in the body of the instructions that I am just giving you today? But watch out, be careful, never forget what you yourself have seen. Do not let these memories escape your mind as long as you live, and be sure to pass them on to your children and grandchildren. Never forget the day when you stood before the Lord of your God at the Mount Sinai, where you told him, summon the people before me, and I will personally struck down, and then learn and fear from your long live, and I will teach the children, so fear me also. You came near and stood at the foot of the mountain with the flames, with the mountain shot into the sky. The mountain was shrouded with black clouds and deep darkness. The Lord spoke to you with fire, and he heard the sound of words and didn't see his form, and only his voice. He proclaimed his covenant, the 10 Commandments, which he commanded you to keep, and there he wrote 2 stone tablets. If it was you in this time that your Lord commanded me to teach his decrees and regulations, so that you obey them in the land you are about to enter and occupy. But be careful, you do not see the Lord from this day as he has spoke to you, from your heart is filled from Mount Sinai, so do not corrupt yourselves, making an idol of any form, whether a man or a woman, an animal on the ground, a bird in the sky, a small animal that scurries along the ground, or a fish in the deepest parts of the sea. And when you look into the sky to see the sun and the moon and the stars, all forces of heaven, do not be seduced to worship them. The Lord your God gave you for all these people on the earth. Remember, the Lord rescued you from the iron-smelting furnace of Egypt in order to make you his very own people, his special possession, which ye want today. But the Lord was angry with me because of you. He vowed that he would not cross the Jordan River into the good land, for your Lord God has given you a special position. You will cross the Jordan to occupy the land, but you will not. Instead, I will die here in the east side of the river. So be careful not to break the covenant of your Lord God he has made with you. Do not make idols of any shape or form, for your Lord of your God has bidden this. Your Lord, your God, of the devouring fire, is jealous of a God. In the future, when you have children and grandchildren that have lived in the land for a long time, do not corrupt yourselves, making idols of any kind. This evil is in sight of the Lord your God, will arouse his anger. Today I call the heaven and the earth witness against you. If you break my covenant, you will quickly disappear from the land you are crossing the Jordan to occupy. You will live there for a short time. You will be utterly destroyed, for the Lord will scatter you among the nations, for only a few of you will survive in the foreign land to worship the idols made from the wood and stone gods. Neither of them nor each of them smell. But for you will search again for the Lord your God, and if you search for him with all your heart and all your soul, you will find him. In the distant future of all your suffering of these things, you will finally return to the Lord your God, and listen to what he tells you. For the Lord your God is merciful. God will not abandon you. He will destroy and forget solemnly covenant made with your ancestors. Now search for all history, all the time that God created people on earth. Until now, the search for everyone to the end of the heavens and the other. Has anything ever been as great as this? Have you heard before? Has any nation ever heard a voice of God speaking from the fire as you did and survived? Has any other god dared to take the nation for himself out from another nation by means of trials, miraculous signs of wonders and war, by a strong hand, a powerful arm, and a terrifying axe? Yet that is what your Lord God did for you in Egypt. Right before your eyes he showed you these things, before you, so that the Lord you would know no other. Let him hear your voice in the heaven, you could instruct yourselves. He has sent you to the great fire here on earth. He could speak with you, from because he loved your ancestors. He chose to bless their descendants, and they personally brought you into Egypt. With this great display of power, he drove out the nations of far greater than you. He could bring and give to their land your special possessions today. So remember, this is to keep it firmly in mind. The Lord your God is both in heaven and on earth, and there is no other. If you obey his decrees and commands I am giving you today, all that is well with you, my children. I am giving you these instructions so that you may enjoy a long life to the land of your God that he is giving for you for all of time. Then Moses set apart from the cities of refuge, east of the Jordan River. Anyone who killed another person unintentionally without previous hostility could flee their lives in safety. These were the citizens of Benzer, the wilderness plateau of the tribe of Reuben and Ramoth and Gilead, the tribe of Gad, Goan, and Bashan, for the tribe of Messiah. This is the body of instructions that Moses presented to the Israelites. These are the laws and decrees and regulations that Moses gave to the people of Israel when they left Egypt, and they camped there in the valley near Bethapor, east of the Jordan River. This land was formerly occupied by the Amorites, under the king Sinai, who ruled the Heshbon, and Moses and the Israelites destroyed him and their people. They came from Egypt, and Israel took possession of the land. It was the king of Og Bashan, the two Amorite kings east of the Jordan. So Israel conquered the Amran Gorge in the way to Mount Sinai, and conquered the eastern bank of the Jordan River, far south to the Dead Sea, below the slopes of Pisgah.